I've enjoyed the slightly different role of being a batting mentor and helping young guys come through and passing off a little bit of the knowledge that I've sort of learned over the past 20 years and hopefully try and help them fulfill their dreams that they want to fulfill and play for India.
You're sharing your dressing room, with Wasim Akram, who was considered one of the greatest all-rounders in his own right, and you're there. What do you guys talk about?
Again, it's just the basics, I suppose. I think it's the one thing that we did well is we try to do the basics as well as we could, and I suppose that's what makes you consistent. The other thing is we were both fortunate enough to have bodies that allowed us to play to the ages that we did. We obviously put in a lot of time and hard work, and there's no substitute for hard work and putting in the time. Unfortunately, you can't just wake up and go and do the work. You've got to put in a lot of work behind the scenes, and I suppose we were both that type of people that we were very proud of our performances and didn't want to let our performances let off. So right until the last day, we trained as hard as we could and put in the time that was required.
Just is out that Kevin Peterson is not back in the English team, and we all know he's a South African citizen. Now that his chance of playing for England is probably gone forever, would South Africa like to take him back, considering he's a South African citizen? Would you like to see him play for South Africa?
Yeah, he's a world-class player, and it is a strange decision, but England have obviously got their reasons, and rightly so. I think KP's disappointed. But he's a world-class player, and I'm sure he'll carry on churning out results. And I suppose if he carries on scoring runs, eventually they can't ignore him. And knowing his character, that's exactly what he'll do.
No, but the question is, if he wants to now play for South Africa, do you think that will be a good idea? Would South Africa take him? Do you see that happening?
It'd probably take too long. I think it takes about 4 years for him to re-qualify to play South Africa again. So, we would love to have had him play for South Africa. But I suppose he'd probably be a little bit old by the time he qualifies, but he's probably still good enough.
So much of talk about the Indian economy and its importance, to the world at large. Do you keep track of news about the economy, GDP, business news per se?
I suppose you have a look at it. I wouldn't say I'm the type of person that keeps a close eye on it. I've been coming here for 20 years, and to see how the country's developed has really opened my eyes. How it's been turned around and is continuously being turned around.
Shah Rukh Khan must have been a lot of help trying to explore India, considering you play for this team.
Yeah, it's been magnificent meeting him. It's such a humble man. And to see what he's achieved and still be as humble as him, it's a valuable lesson.
Are you a fan of his movies? Have you seen any of his movies? Any particular Shah Rukh Khan movie favorites that you have?
I have seen a few of his movies. I do enjoy it, and he's still as fit as ever and keeping going. I think he said at the moment he was busy shooting 3 movies at once, so that's hard work. So he hasn't had a chance to come to too many games.